love was mine. You know, when I finally loved, ooh, baby, find me an addict. Like, I love hard, and I love to a point that may not be healthy, or I might not be dealing with the real issues, and I am putting love on top of it, or falling into the love pit hole, you know, as an excuse not to be great, or an excuse not to show up as my best self. And I think we all have a level of that. And in studying and being curious about that actual drug, cause I'm like, okay, I ain't got that issue, you know, so I ain't, you know, I ain't got no addiction. No, baby girl, baby boy, I got an addiction, and my addiction is love. So I had to set up my own system. I'm like, okay, I'm curious about this for a reason. You know, this has been in my life because God was going to let me know. You got one too, baby. You got an addictive personality. It runs through your family. Just because you ain't gambling or drinking or smoking or nothing like that, you have the itch. You have CP tendencies. That's not crackhead. PH. Not CP. PH tendencies. That's crackhead. And it's love. Like, when I love you, like, you ain't gotta do nothing for me. When I care for you, you ain't gotta, it is no strings. I promise you, I have a love that's like no strings attached. Like, I can love you and you can be straight doing me dirty. Like, I can love you and I can be crying every night because you're hurting me, but I will still love you. That I learned, and I was like, ooh, I got an addiction too, because I needed it, I wanted it. I would fall into this, like, I would get high. My soul, my body, after being with somebody, either it was sexually, I'm gonna be very transparent, sexually, or it was just like those lovey-dovey moments where you're just cuddled up and, you know, just gazing into each other's eyes, and you're just hugging and you're laughing and you're doing jokes, and like the movies, I have that. I go there. That's how I love. It's a telenovela for me. It's the telenovela for me. So when I get there, I get a euphoria that, baby, don't take me off. Forget everything in the world. I will quit my job. Me and you, we gonna run away, and we gonna I would do that. Like, if I love you like that, I will be willing to, like, risk it all. And I have to get myself out of there. Cause then I don't want to pray. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be with you, up under you. Sickening. It's sickening, guys. It's sickening. But it's my truth. It is my truth. So I had to learn. Okay. Back it up. Boundaries. Get it up. Get it together. Oh, if it's up, it ain't finna be stuck. If it's showing itself, I ain't finna be stuck nowhere. You is not finna get me stuck in a season where I cannot grow. And I ain't finna not grow because I didn't find out that your girl got tendencies. So in that saying, I'm like, okay, I had to set up boundaries. I'm like, okay, I want to love like this. This is me. I'm going to honor that this is how I love. But what I'm going to do is allow me to be in control, because my flesh wants to be in control. And a lot of stuff that we addicted to, and a lot of stuff that we doing, even though it's not the problem. People say, don't drink. Now, you should not be most pastors and stuff don't be drink because they want to be vigilant. They want to always, allow, whatever their journey is to be with God to be pure, as much as possible. They're going to make mistakes, but their mistakes can't be like, that's why that choice of not drinking and doing all the extra curriculum activities. But it does not, we know Jesus turned water into wine, and that's always the argument. He turned water into wine. So we know that ain't the issue. The issue is when it becomes a hindrance to what he wants to do in you. And a lot of us, if you be honest with yourself and turn the mirror, turn it on you, baby. Turn it on you. You know it's hindering you. And you still trying to be flourishing in it. Set your boundaries up for the stuff that you know that's you. Okay, you like to do your puff passes and gives. That ain't my story. What I am going to tell you, though, is 9 times out of 10, look at your life. Look at your life. Your whole life. Don't just look in that one area because you got some money in the bank. You know you need some work. And you know probably that addiction is hindering you. Maybe your addiction is you give. Everything is moderation. I promise you to God. I promise I will put my life on that one. Everything is moderation. You can't even go too dive deep into the Bible. You will go crazy. They will check you into a crazy home. Yep. The people that's yelling about Revelations, they went too deep. They didn't allow God to be a filter. That's why you need God. Because if you try to do anything on your own, yes, it's a part of you. Yes, it's what you like. Yes, it is what it is. If it ain't filtered, if it ain't going through God, baby, you setting yourself up for failure. I did that because I'm thinking, okay, this is me. This is a good thing. This is love. The world needs more of love. No, baby. We do not need more of broken love. Unfiltered love. Nobody needs unfiltered love. I used to always say, and these are tough. I'm going to touch on touchy subjects because we need to have the conversation. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me something else. We learn. Let's get back and forth. Write in the comments. Tell me your different perspective. Help me understand. I don't mind understanding because I say everything that is in ignorance, baby. I become Eve. Every time I'm in ignorance, every time I'm in my own way, I become Eve. And your girl is not trying to set up the world for failure. Because Eve, I blame Adam. It was all their fault. But so in that, I say, look at it. Truly look at it. Like, be honest with yourself. I ain't trying to tell you be honest with me. You ain't got to prove no point to me. Like, be honest with yourself. Like, is this really helping you? Or are you using this in the wrong way? Put your systems in place so you can actually flourish in what you feel like, okay, this is whatever way you feel about it. Like I said, I was like, love is a good thing. No, I ain't got to put no boundaries on that. Everybody needs love. Let me give everybody love. Let me put the benefit of the doubt in everybody because you deserve love. You deserve love. You get love and you get love. God was like, look at her, little girl. Look at her, little girl. Look at her. You is not me. You is not built for all of that. I've put that in you. I've given you that God's so good. He will give you everything, but give you boundaries. Ooh, if God give you boundaries, what makes you think you don't need to set up your own boundaries? If God gives boundaries, if God had boundaries, God said, I'm going to be God, but for one day I'm going to rest. If God did that, what you mean you don't need no boundaries? What you mean you don't need to set up no system so you can really be full and really create the way you need to create? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, baby. For real though. Like I said, that's my take on it. And then too, I want to share this. I always used to say, a lot of people, another level of my experience with people that, did drugs is that they were not willing or wanting to really sit with their thoughts. Ooh. I used to get judged by people on how I healed in a very unorthodox way. It looked very ugly to the outside because I couldn't put a shield over. I couldn't put no fake funk over it. If I was going through a depression, baby, you saw that. The girl was not getting out the bed. If I was digging, the only reason why I was it's very a difference. And I hope my experience of sharing this, you will see the difference, or you will be able to see the difference in yourself. Or when it becomes a story, when it becomes part of what you're healing, you are able to recognize and do the right things. So I went to it in a really deep depression like a year ago. when I was writing my book, and I was first starting writing my book, like, God, okay, so let me share this because this is very long, and I hope y'all watch this. Like, I'm gonna put this in 2 parts. But when I shared my story, when I was writing my book and I was writing my story, and when I kid you not, like, every incident I could remember as if I'm like if I'm right there. I feel it. I can feel my hair standing up. Like, it was that real for me. And if you've ever been in a traumatic experience, you ain't trying to relive that stuff. Like, it took me a year to stop even having nightmares that my ex-husband was gonna come. I still have dreams about it, but they don't scare me to where I'm waking up feeling defeated or in a fright or in fear. Now I'm like, okay, what am I learning something from this dream? Or like, enemy, you trying to tap in? Where we at? Because your girl, I'm not about to take that. I ain't finna take you trying to scare me from my purpose, baby. Got another thing coming. Anyway, so when I was writing my book, everything was coming up, and it was terrible. Like, I had stress at work in the process that I'm trying to figure out how to parent, because I've been homeschooling my son before homeschooling was a thing for all of y'all at 2 years old, because I was I knew my son needed things that most people could not give him. And I knew that from being in that same environment as I grew up. And I was like, okay, I got to be intentional about this. I wasn't trying to run from it. I wasn't trying to drop my son off on nobody else. I'm like, okay, God, you gave me to him. You gave him to me for a reason. Because obviously you feel like, I could do this, So it's obviously something in me that I ain't tapped into. Not that it's not there, and let me get frustrated. It's obviously something in me that I need to learn. So I went through that, and it was stressful. Homeschooling a 2-year-old. My son was spelling words at 2 years old. My son was sounding out. I have videos of my son sounding out words at 2 years old, like like not 2-letter words, like 4 or 5-letter words. He knew could at 2 years old and could sound it out and say it. My son is writing a book right now from the words. No. Let me take that off, because that ain't where I was going with that. But I'm saying that mentally, emotionally was so hard. Plus dealing with, I was a manager at a restaurant. If you ever worked in the service industry, you know my pain, baby. You know my pain. And it was a piece of work, and it was trying every time, because God was molding me in that. Like, it's one thing. This is so long, and I'm so sorry that this is so long. It's one thing for God to be molding you in one area of your life. So if he's teaching you about relationships, and you in this area, in your marriage or your relationship with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your family, and you're learning about that, and he just really teaching you. But every area in my life he was teaching me, I was like, God, what you doing? Wait a minute, hold on. What I do this bad? That you just knocking me up and, just knocking me out in their area, trying to make the girl look at all her flaws. Like, I'm like, I don't want to see all my flaws. I just give me one at a time. Give me one this month, and, maybe 3, 4, 5, 2 years down the line, give me another one. Give me another one of my flaws. But he was like, I was faced with every fear, every flaw, everything that I knew about the world. God was like, rip it up. All in a year's time. In every area of my life, as my parenting, in my family, in my relationships, in my spirit, in my flesh, in how I saw the world, how I saw him, all in one time. Like, and I'm not just talking about one this day, I'm saying all in the same day. I'm dealing with all of them here and this. I went crazy. So I say that I was depressed. I went through, and then in my relationship, it wasn't really understood, because when you're in a relationship with people, this is why they always say, when you single, heal when you single. I would not recommend nobody be in a relationship trying to heal with somebody else. If you broken, and you trying to walk with God, he gonna unbreak you. He gonna, pick you on up. But how that's gonna look? Oh, you don't know. You don't know, because I didn't know, baby. You would have told me. I told God I wanted to heal. But I seen other people heal. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have space to do all of that. I can probably have a relationship. I can probably give myself her. Because, God, just in my quiet time, he going to speak to my soul. And he going to change me and uproot me. And it's going to be glorious. And I'm going to be like, ooh, God did it. Yes, he did. Won't he do it? He said he would. Baby, I could have said, God, here your relationship back. Take this. I don't know what you're doing. Me and you, we do. At that every day. I'm like, God, look, I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm mad. Come on down here, because it's time to bang. I'm going to lose, but I need to get this off my chest. Like, because it was that hard. Like, and my next episode is going to be celibacy, and we're going to talk about sex. I'm touching it all, baby. Let's go and ask all the questions you want. I am an open book. If my life, I ain't go through all I went through for me be up here trying to hold my nose up like I know what I'm, baby, I will tell you everything about my life. Everything. Because guess what he uses? Everything. So if it can help you in any way, you got some questions. If I don't know, and I need to go when I go in my closet, when I go in my little area, my little meditation area, God, and I need to pray on it. Like, God, okay, if this the person that you done brought to me, is this something that I can give them? Or, I just pray that you give them the revelation they need on whatever you get. Like, we gonna figure it out, because like I said, no knowledge and ignorance leads to the devil's playing ground. And, it's one thing to be in the playing ground with God and getting all that stuff. I get to, sit, in a nice place with me and God, done, fighting and, going back and forth and, me getting it together. When I start playing with the devil and that playing ground, I'm trying to think what I get. It's selfish, but baby, I ain't trying to be in no fiery pit of hell. Like, we can fight. We gonna have to fight. fight. Like, back up off me. Me and God, I'm like, no, God, you gonna give me this. I ain't letting you go until you. Who fought in the Bible with God? And he changed his name. Dang, I'm so mad that that's not coming to me. Joseph. Was it Joseph? Okay, one of the brothers fought with Jesus, or fought with God, and wrestled with him, and he changed his name. He wouldn't let him go until he, blessed him. That's me and God. Like, we fighting because I'm like, look, what's up? No, I ain't gonna let you go. You coming down here, change me to girls. You finna bless me. I'm getting my blessing out of this, baby. The enemy, baby, that's war. I ain't trying to hold on to you. I'm trying to kill you at all costs. Like, cut it short, baby. KP. So, yeah, so look at yourself. Be honest with yourself. Let this be an honest moment for you and your stuff. Because me and God, he honestly convicts me every day. And I'm like, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. Fix me, change me. Every day. Every day. My hardest prayer that hits my heart and my soul so hard is my son. Because it's one thing to mess up my life. It's one thing to be going through the ringer with my life. To have the weight of somebody else's life that you might be messing up because you ain't healed and you ain't doing it right. Woo, baby. That hits my heart and my soul. Like every night I'm like, God, only you. Help me, because I don't know what I'm doing. Help me, because I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I say that with myself, but myself, that I could probably sleep with, because I've been sleeping with that in my hiccups. But my hiccups that hinder somebody else from having the best life, because I've seen how it looked for me. I have some of my hiccups because my parents didn't heal or still haven't healed. my family members still didn't tackle the curses or even look at the curses. So I'm like, dang, that could be my son's story. And I'm like, oh, God, heal me, God, heal me, God. For he be up here, broken, not because, he got his own journey with God, but because I didn't take the steps. Oh, baby, nah. So every night, that's my biggest prayer. Like, that is the prayer that I'm like, okay, God, we got some work to do. Every day, he humbles me, baby. Every other second, I'm getting humbled. Whatever state I'm in. And I love that space. You better, I pray that you get to love that space. Because like I said last episode was real boo-hooey. Your girl, I told you I got the crocodile tears. You either gonna see me like this, or you gonna see me real peaceful and calm, or you gonna see me crying. Like, those are my 3 modes. Those are the 3 modes that I get to operate in this world. 3 of them. I got 3 of them. Yep, I got about a good 3. That's how I usually show up in the world. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys joined me. I can't wait for this season. I'm just so full. And I'm so full not because of one night with God. If somebody told you they had one night with God, I'm sure it was amazing. But slight plug for the next episode. But get in the routine. You ain't got to be biblically correct at first. Like, I'm still learning. God told me one day in my meditation I was going to open up a church. I'm like, what? But half the stuff, that's going to be another episode. Because half the stuff God tell me, I promise y'all, it fall right up under her crazy faith. Because, like I said, check the girl up into the crazy home. Because half the stuff, I'm like, God, I just have to laugh at it. And I just be having to come back. I'm like, God, please don't. Y'all be like Sarah. I'm like, okay, God. Like, I laugh because, see how my brain's set up, how I'm set up right here, but don't take it that I ain't saying yes, because I'm saying yes at this point, and that I'm going to honor it. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to pray over it, whatever you tell me. But I'm going to get this chuckle out. And I hope you not, God, you big and bad. You can't, this chuckle can't do nothing, because I bet you I'm going to say yes. I'm going to do what you tell me to do. I'm going to do a skirt. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Girl, the fear is coming in the back seats. So, yep, that's my ramble. I'm going to have to go live on one of these episodes. Maybe next episode, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live here on Facebook next episode. I'm going to release this in 2 parts. I'm going to release half of it today and I think half of it tomorrow, because this is 47 minutes long. Your girl got the gift of gab. I told y'all that. First episode, you talk too much. Your girl talks too much. And I promise y'all, I write it down and I honor it. I promise you. The books, I have notebooks for days. Your girl got 3 notebooks on her bed. One, like, I set up my systems. I ain't telling y'all nothing I ain't doing. I promise y'all. If you ever see me doing something that I ain't doing, that your girl ain't doing, call me out. Call me out. Because if I ever begin to, yeah, I know, God is working in your girl. I'm saved, sanctified, and holy. The Holy Ghost works in me. If I ever get that way, call me out. Be like, Toko, this ain't you, girl. Where you at? Like, come down. Humble yourself, baby. Call me. Because, I'll be like, you know what? I did. You know what? Time to come back down. I got him at your feet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I set up my systems because I know I got the gift of gab. I got notebooks and notebooks on thoughts. I have one that I write in the morning, one that I write in at night for my night thoughts. I have one, of course, for my podcast. I have a notebook for business stuff. I have a binder for the stuff that God has given me that I feel like is purpose. This is my purpose. This says Toko Purpose Binder, the blueprint. Like, this is stuff. If it's like, I write down every area. I have every area in my life that I feel like God has called me to. And I got this stuff labeled. And I promise you, like, because how my mind set up, I know. You thought that was too much. You thought about it too. You thought about doing all this too. You thought it was too much. Nope. Because you have to be great. And how you set up systems, they set up systems for businesses to be great. Amazon has a great system, a great business plan. And that's just a business that's one purpose. You are a purpose too. You are a walking, breathing purpose. You are a walking, breathing building. You are a walking, breathing kingdom builder. So what makes you think you don't need a business plan for your life? Oh, that's another episode. Because I will break this stuff down. I will help you. Because I need help. I don't care if you write in it or not. You need to start it. Because one day you're going to think about, okay, I did write a binder for my life. I do got notebooks. I just need you to go buy some notebooks. Buy some notebooks. You don't know what you're going to put them in them. Just buy you about 5 notebooks. And because if you're really trying to be in purpose, you thought it was going to come when you wanted to come. No, you're going to need a notebook by your bed. You're going to need a notebook in your bag. You're going to need a notebook in the car. You're going to need because your phone, they got storage, can't use up all the storage. You need storage up in your phone right now. I need storage in my phone because God telling me everything works out so good. This is an hour episode. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm going live next time. I promise, because this is terrible. Your girl had to give the gap because today was tough. Like, I was holding this in. I promise you. I said I was fighting with this all night and all morning about talking on this episode. Like, I didn't even feel like doing this podcast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, God, I just want to go to sleep. I don't want to do nothing. And I was like, okay, that's the enemy, and I will come out of it. And I'm like, but nah, God, I don't care. I'm frustrated at everything. I'm trying not to go off on my son. Like, I had to tell him, I'm like, okay, mommy's not having a good day. And he'll tell me, you need to breathe, mommy, because what you give to them, they give to you, baby. So you better give your kids some good nuggets, because when it's your time, you ain't giving it to them to just help them. You giving it to them to help you. The stuff that I give to my mom now at 27 is the stuff that she gave me when I was younger. The talks that I needed to have somebody to have those real conversations with me and not hold back. I needed those when I was growing up. My mom gave me those. So now when it's her turn, she'd be like, thank you so much. I'm like, this is you. I'm only able to spit this out because this is what you put into the bank. So put that stuff that you put the stuff in your children that you want to get off the bank. If you want to put evil inside of them as they growing up, guess what? When it's your turn, what they gonna give you? Evil. Your kids will only dish out what you gave. Teach a child. Yeah. So yeah, this is this episode. I love you guys. I hope this helped. It better help for an hour. Like, I'm sure you got 1 or 2 gems, about this bug, And if you didn't, write your girl a comment. Tell the girls what to do. Tell me what to do, y'all. Because if I'm giving this much talk and it ain't helping you none, let me know where you need. I want you to let me know what you need anyway, because I want to pray over this. I'm going to do a thing on Instagram or something where I just ask questions, because I want to pray over you. I want to go in my meditation area and go to bats. I want to get, want to be able to go to God, about your situation, whatever you feel like you struggling with. Because I ain't had nobody doing it for me. If you don't know my faith story, like, I grew up Muslim, what Muslim practices, and like my mom's side of the family, they were Muslim, and I walked into a church on my own. Like, at the end of my bed, at the end of my mom's nightstand, she had a Quran and a Bible. One day I picked up the Bible and I'm like, okay, where do I start? I started at the beginning, and that was like I was 8 or like I was 7. I was very young. Never finished it, of course, but that was the start. And then when I was 12, a friend invited me to church. I walked into church that day and I was like, today I'm getting baptized. So I joined the church and got baptized. After that, it's history. Like, you get me here, So that'll be another episode for, another day. And I just hope my journey can shed some light, plant some seeds to your walk and your journey, and however that's gonna be, because it's gonna look different than mine. But if any of mine can help direct you to your own path, or help shine a light for where you may need to go or what you may need to dive in, bring it on. But like I said, write in the comments, let me know if this helped you or not. Let me know what you're dealing with, so I want to pray for you. I want to pray for you. I pray about me and my family. And I give a general prayer. I pray about everybody. Like, I pray when I go into church and they praying, the pastor praying over you, I'm raising my hand and I'm praying for everybody in that room. Like, that's when I get to come in contact with people. And church is always that, even if it's on virtual, like, I'm reaching my hand out and I'm praying for everybody in that room. Like, I'm not receiving the prayer. Of course, I'm going to receive the prayer that they putting over me because they speaking, but I'm speaking then life over everybody in that room for God to just touch and move in their life that they need see fit. I don't know specifically what they need. Sometimes the Holy Spirit allows me to pray for somebody specifically. He'll download to me what they're dealing with, and I'll pray and I'll let them know, and he'll be spot on. But I want to pray for you too. I want to be a help or mentor or any way I can in your journey. I'm just a friend that you can do kingdom business with, in whatever that looks like. That ain't gotta look like, God, I'm in the Bible upside down. God, I'm in the Bible. Or, what. Everybody's journey is going to be different. How I experience God is different. But we can go to him. We can take those dives together. Like, any way I can help, I want to be a help. So yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm able to share. So let's get it. Puff, puff, pass. I'm passing it to you. Bye, you guys. Have a good one.
I gotta thank God for new day. Yeah, I know there's hope. I feel like I'm on my way. Yeah, I know there's hope. I learn lessons, no blessings, no stress. Even my profession. Yeah, I know there's hope. Gotta thank God for new day. Yeah, I know there's hope. Gotta thank God for new day. Yeah, I know there's hope. Finally feel like I'm on my way. Yeah, I know there's hope. Gotta thank God for new day.